Greetings, members one and all of the Salivation Nation. We are live and in effect, and it is a Sunday night. You know what that means. That means that as I report here from behind this plastic microphonic device, we're going to be watching the markets as they open up in Hong Kong, Asia. Yeah, that's right, and very, very good. We've got MM126 here. The first one out of the gate here, Benny Barker is also here. Welcome, good to see you. And the Platinum Beast is here. Hello, the Platinum Beast. Welcome, sir. And there's Donald in New Mexico. Good to see you. Blue Lincoln. Blue Lincoln is here. So is Minnesota Joe. So we're literally minutes away from the markets opening here. Actually, just 1 minute, but it's a little bit late. It's a little bit delayed when it opens up here. So we're going to go through some comments here, and then we'll come back to that. Savoy Truffle says there was once a fellow named Sal who had followers, some of them gals. He tried to get frisky and plied them with whiskey, but they would only know him as pal. That's exactly right. That's the bottom line. The story of my life. Very, very good. Silver Scientist is here. JD is here. Alex John is here. Good to see you. All right, welcome, and Slayer Stacker's here, and we have the lovely Lucy Stacks. Hello, Lucy. We slurp in Lucy's honor. Good to see Lucy. And Highlander Stacking is here. Good to see you all. Hope you're doing well. Very good to see you, Mutant Rife. Good to see a good crowd in here tonight so far. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to check these markets here momentarily. Eddie Rodriguez, thank you so much. I never had a father to tell me these things or teach me about the importance of staying off debt. You, along with Dave Ramsey and others, are like father figures to me. I am new stacker and want to have wisdom to pass it down one day. Thanks for everything you do. Well, thank you, Eddie. That's very high praise, and I'm honored and humbled. And yes, I think that it's such a foundational message to try your best to avoid debt and to pay down your necessary debts. Indeed, but thank you very much. Hello, Silver Sacks. Good to see you. A lot of good folks here. Thanks you again, Eddie. I appreciate that very, very much. Michael Kramer's here. Welcome, welcome. And Plumber. Plumber sends his regards. Well, hello to Plumber. Yes, indeed. We always enjoy Plumber Stacker. Thank you so much. Sign Up is here. Silver Stanger is here. Good to see you. He posted his weekly updates video. Good to see you. Thank you very much. That's right. Dave Ramsey is not very keen on the metals. That's very true. I posted videos about that, actually. Yes, indeed. All right. Druid is on the exercise bike. All right. Very, very good. Bob Salzano. Very cool. I like the way you wrote Salivate Metal. That is really cool, man. Nice. A lot of good folks here. So let's see. Let's see if the markets have opened up, folks. And what are they doing? Well, they are open, and look at that. Out of the starting gate, we have gold up slightly and silver down. Yeah, down a lot more than gold being up. This is an interesting turn of events to see what's happening in the metal space. That, of course, will widen that ratio. 67 to 67.41 is the silver to gold ratio there. Very good. Love button is here. Good to see Silversmith here as well. All right. So that's where the metals are right now. Wow, that's kind of crazy. Silver opened down relatively sharply for such a short amount of time, 11 cents. And gold is up $3.20. So there you go. Just barely above $1,700. Zephiel says, my significant other heard you, swears you sound like Patton Oswalt. Wow. Well, I've never been compared to Patton Oswalt. That's interesting. Comparison. Wow. All right. I can't believe that. But yeah, they passed it pretty fast. Rammed it through. That's right, Lucy. Crazy, crazy. Silver Wolverine is here. Good to see Silver Wolverine. All right. AG Reek says the charts are wrong and that silver is up. Okay, well, let's refresh this and see. This is the Asian markets. We're looking at the Asian markets, not the New York markets, just so you'd understand. Okay, well, it reversed. You're right. I just refreshed it again, and indeed, silver is up. Okay. It must have been a slight anomaly here. So yeah, very good. So both metals are up there, and the rest of the metals are pretty flat. But yeah, silver is up 15 cents now, 25.46. Very, very good. All right, Carlos Danger, good to see you. Yeah, so apparently there was a little glitch there. Sometimes that happens, especially out of the starting gate. So silver's up and gold is up. And Hoosier Stacker is here. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. All right. And good to see Cyber Curtain Twitcher. Hello, members one and all. Yes, indeed. Okay. Natman. Debt should be spelled debt. There you go. D-E-D-T. Yep. I hear you. Seems like it should be spelled that way. I agree. Let's see here. Oh, and Brian Peterson says, well said, Sal. Our dollar is crashing. Hopefully, more people are stacking gold and silver for what's coming. Yeah, that's right. You never know. It's good to be prepared, for sure. Very good to be prepared, just in case. Wow. Silver Wolverine is telling us that the 2020 burnished gold eagle is now going for over $3,000 on Feebay. That's pretty interesting. Wow, he and I both bought one of those. Wasn't sure how it's going to perform in the aftermarket, but it looks like it's doing very well. All right, very, very good. Yeah, platinum's still at a standstill. It's not doing much here. Right there at 1136. And actually now silver's up 24 cents. So it's actually starting to cook here. Silver's almost up a full percentage point as we watch these markets here. It is that's a pretty big substantial jump. When at the very first minute, it was going the other way. Pretty crazy indeed. Yeah, silver was down slightly, but then down 11 cents, and now it's up 24 cents. And gold is up $8 there. 1709 for the ask price. So we'll keep a watch on it. For sure, we'll come back there. Accumulating AU says debt is now a part of the American mindset in government and in the general population. As long as this country feels that it's okay to live this way, the more we will be sucked down the bottomless pit of debt. Some debt is necessary for everyday life, but when a society or individual is saddled with debt, it can be like a death sentence. That's true. It sure is. It can be very debilitating for sure. And Brian is here. Hello, Brian. Good to see you. And Ziggy says silver back to $26. Wow, let's see here. We'll keep an eye on this stuff here. I'm still showing at $25.55. If you're looking at it on a bullion dealer, the last place to check for spot price is on a bullion dealer website. They're always up more than Kitco, which obviously they are a dealer too, but they're kind of the go-to place for these movement in the price of metals. That is the charts and most everybody goes to is Kitco. There we go. So we'll see here. All right, very, very good. And we have ready videos. All the world is one big debt. Yep, that's right. It's the world of debt. All right, very good. Got new generic Buffalo rounds for $28. Good job, HVAC. Well done. Very well done. All right. Hello, Peter Niedzela. Thank you from Germany, Stuttgart at Southwest Germany. Thank you for being here. And hello, MS Road 99. Good to see you. Very good. Welcome to every one of you. I'm glad you're here. And Kitco is where I go for ST the Silver Stacker. I know there's other places, but I forgot there's one I think that does report when the Asian market's open, but there's not too many of them out there that show both of them at the same time. That's why I'll use Kitco. All right, let's see here. C. Ted Barber, the U.S. should just do what all failing companies, overspending millionaires and billionaires, and every average American does, when they get in over their head, declare bankruptcy and start over. That's right. Yep, I tell you. Seems to be something that people can fall back there. Lucy Stacks uses Metals Daily. I'm not familiar with that website. All right. Beast New Knot says hello. Good to see you. Actually, he just said my name. He didn't say hello, but I'm going to assume it's a greeting. Yep, that debt clock is up. For sure, it's getting much closer to that $5,000 level. I will be doing a video on it when it does hit that, and we know it's going to get there soon. For sure, MM126. Good to see part-time preppers. Hello, PTP. Good to see you. Cleaning Help, the Chili Garage, and listening. Thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate you being here. All right. Yes, indeed. Very, very much. Samurai Sorrow. Well, I'm going to buy a gold coin and some silver and the rest in cash. 1/10 gold ounce coin and a few silver eagles. There you go. That's what he's going to do with the stimulus. Because I asked that question on my video about when the stimulus legislation passed the Senate. And it'll sail through the House and then go to Biden for a signature. All right. Ken Brome says, I find it too ironic that debt sounds just like dead. Gee, I wonder if there's a connection there. Yes, exactly. It does have a similar phonetic sound to it. Silversmith asks, what do you think happens to bullion dealers LCS with silver over $50? Would they all not be buying? Yes, they're going to be buying. In fact, when it was up that high before, they were buying it. Obviously, for less than $50. My guess is it would be the same thing unless there's a massive amount of demand at that price point. And I imagine there probably will be. Yes, indeed. I imagine there probably will be a massive demand if silver rises to $50 an ounce. What are you going to do with your next $1,400 stimulus check? I didn't get the last $600, so I don't know if I'm going to get it. But if I get it, it's going all towards gold. Yes, indeed. How about you? All right. Now, Silver Surfer says, if you woke up this morning, you owe God another favor. How are you going to get him back? We're all in this debt. Yes, we're all in his... Yes, that's right. We sure are. Tricky McGee says, sheeple with another counterparty risk will perish for lack of knowledge. Got counterparty risk. All right. I'm going crazy here. I can't get the thing to highlight and respond. It won't put my... There it is. There it is. There it is, everybody. There it is. All right. Let's see here. Get my thing back here. Okay. Now, there we go. I don't know what this comment means, though. What are you trying to say, Trixie McGee? What are you trying to say there? Let's see here. No V's on this one, Donald. Let's see. What coffee you got tonight? I got some organic Sumatran dark roast. I've got the Black Silk Folgers. Black Silk. Good stuff. Nice, smooth, and dark. Good. Freedom Stackers here with the first super chat of the night. Thank you so much. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate that. Good to see Freedom Stacker. Sterling Cannabis says, I live within my budget always. That is why I need you to send me the gold. That is not my budget. A kilo would set me straight. It sure would. That'd do a lot of us straight. There we go. All right. All right. Nice. And we've got Glutamate Sulfate says, I really enjoy your videos. So enriching and educational. Well, thank you, my friend. Yes, indeed. Appreciate you watching this. One on the Gold Swan. I love that Gold Swan. Thank you again. All right. Trixie McGee says, we elect them. Are you completely asleep? 30 million more people voted for Trump than Biden. Well, I'm talking in general. I'm talking in general. and not specifically to the 2020 election. Let's see here. Florida Stacker says, it's so true, Sal. I just try to keep my head above water and operate as a leader of my family. Basically, I have to make the best decisions for my brood based on the world around me and not the world I necessarily want to see. That's true, very true. Whatever the market does, I'll make my moves, and I can only assume that the debt cycle will continue until the Great Reset actually begins and we start all over once more. Right, I agree. That's right. All right. All right. And more sugar trader CC. Every dollar we have is a debt. It would be impossible to pay it off, and we require debt-free money to pay the debt off, which is why they're going to do this reset. And I don't know what that's going to happen to the debt. Will it just disappear, or will it be at a point that they can revalue the dollar so that they can pay it off in a certain way? I don't know. Napalm death in the land of the free, in the home of the brave. Right? F is for fighting, R is for red, through ancestors' blood that we all have shed. E, we elect them. E, we eject them in the land of the free, in the home of the brave. Yeah. Okay. Stackboy, people need way more than that, so it does not matter. $1,400 is nothing. Yep. A lot of people feel that way. But if you have debt, that it's going to be a little bit something. They're going to take it. People will take it. It'll help some. All right. More sugar. There was a time we paid cash for everything, even paid cash for a car. Imagine that, no car payments. Exactly right. Yep. Imagine that. Marshall Health, debt is a slave to the lender. Try your best to not be a slave. Exactly right. Exactly. Let's see what the market's doing now. Everything is up, save for platinum. Platinum is still kind of flat here, but it looks like that we're seeing silver kind of pop out here. It is up 23 cents, $25.55 for the ask price. Gold is up $6.90, and palladium is up $14 there. All right. Lucy, yeah, I've got a little bit of chocolate here and almonds, chocolate-covered almonds, and they make my voice scratchy, so I'm trying to get through them pretty quick here. I need to hydrate my throat. All right. I don't know why it does that, but it does. It's crazy. It's insane. So I got the coffee here, and we'll get back here. Let's see. So, there's where the market is, folks. It is these Sunday night market watches. A lot could happen, especially with what many people feel is going on with the price of silver, especially. But it's starting to kind of break out in Asia a little bit here, up almost a quarter, up almost 25 cents, pretty much right out of the starting gate. It's not even 6:30 yet. And it is up. Gold's up very slightly, really, in comparison. So we'll see. Maybe we could see $26 silver tonight. We'll find out. We'll see. All right, let's see here. Yeah, Platinum Beat says, go Palladium. There you go. It's a platinum group metal, so it makes sense that he would cheer it on. Yes, indeed. Jimbo. Not going to sell the rhodium yet. We'll see. We'll see if it gets... I think we'll still have to rise a whole lot more for me to think about it. But we'll see what happens here. I don't know. Will it top out? Will it? It went down a little bit. Went down $200. It was at 28,000. And Raza Manaza bought some over the weekend. This is great. Very good. Okay. Stack Boy says we need at least 10,000 apiece. It's been a year, that 1 month's rent, nothing else. All right. Well, you know, Uh, you think about it, it could, we might as well have universal basic income if we're going to have, that feeling, well, we need a lot more, or what have you. But anyways, all right, yeah, trade the rhodium for 1,000 ounces of silver. Yeah, there you go. All right. S says, great vid, but I think you misspoke. A dollar of silver is a real dollar. A paper dollar is nothing. Well, actually, he says Coinage Act of 1792 authorizes eagles, each to be the value of $10 or units, 10 silver dollars, and contain 247 grains. The ratio was 1 to 15, but that's where they kind of set it out. But sadly, the dollar has evolved when we got off the gold standard. So the actual dollar, the paper dollar, it's not nothing. The paper dollar is something. You use it. You would not, if it was nothing, then you would not accept it for exchange, and you would not exchange it for precious metals. We cannot say that the dollar is nothing. In fact, the dollar is the most liquid tier 1 asset out there. All right, very good. Yeah, the throat is a little scratchy tonight, or today. I don't know why. Yeah, let's see here. I gotta drink some more water and something, but anyways. All right, let's see here. Chris McDonald says debt at 0% or close to it, not as bad. Yes. There you go. That's great, Chris. Well done. That's great. If you can get as little debt as possible, and again, we understand there's going to be some necessary debt, but that's regardless very good. Yes, indeed. Hey, thanks. Hi, Steve. Yes, we got a good crowd here. Appreciate you guys being here as we go through some of these comments. We're interacting with the chat side, and we are also checking out the markets too, see what they're doing. Roan Maddox says, in order for the banks to survive, they have to suppress the silver and gold so they can buy up as much possible at low prices and then skyrocket the prices to save their butts. Well, then why didn't they do that when silver was at $14 an ounce just a couple of years ago, or in 2019 when it was at $17 an ounce? Why didn't they buy it all up then? You know what I mean? Yes, indeed. Yeah, throat is a little scratchier than usual, Michael Kramer. Dry. It's dry and scratchy. That's the problem. Black Silver Staff says, what's stack-a-lackin'? We're just chilling. Yeah, we're stack-a-lackin' here. All right. So, yes, but thank you, Rowan, for your Maddox. I appreciate that. Jeffrey Jackson, hey, thank you so much. Here's some stimulus, he says. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that, Jeffrey. Yes, indeed. Thank you so much, sir. Hope you're doing well. You asked a great question about the vaccines, and yeah, I don't know. I have to see what's in it. I've heard that it's not actual fetal tissue, but it may be, or maybe fetal. It may not be from actual embryos, but it may be like cord blood cells, like from placenta. And if that's the case, that's okay. If that's the case, but I don't know. But anyways, all right. Good to see all you guys. Appreciate you being here. Ken Brome, Americans and the world at large got suckered. We took Satan's bait and went into debt and are now debt slaves. This is not going to end well for most people on the planet, and we have no one to blame but ourselves. Let's see. Yes, crazy. Debt slaves. We don't want to be debt slaves. And I think that if you stack precious metals, you are, in a sense, saving. You're paying, though, to save with premiums. But in the long run, it's not going to, quote, pay off, but it's going to do its job and preserve your wealth. And that's the best thing we can hope for precious metals as a savings vehicle. All right. All right. Very, very good. Let's see here. Casino Beach. As I say, debt and taxes, of course, they misspell death. That's right. There you go. Very, very good. Hello, Urbash. Good to see you, sir. Welcome. Glad to see every one of you here. Appreciate you being here. We're going to look at a few more comments, and we're going to check on the precious metal prices and see what they're doing at this very moment here. Let's see here. Northern Hillbilly, almost forgot my Henry also protects my investments. There's also the Quite protectors like Bowtech, Barnett, and Fang 350. Very true, very, very true. John Runyon, having a motto with Magic Sky Daddy didn't help the currency keep value. Your God has forsaken you. All right, let's see here. And Stephen W. says, good day. Have to say, not a great fan of the hard rock, but your content is excellent. God bless you. Well, thank you, Stephen. I appreciate that, sir. Very kind of you to stop by. I appreciate that. Mark AF says, well put. Thank you very much. Appreciate that, sir. All right, let's go back here and look at the market here. What is going on in Asia? Let's see here. They are up. All the metals are up, save for rhodium. Look at that. Silver's up almost 3/4 of a point. I mean, gold is up almost 3/4 of a percentage point, up $12.20. The metals are starting to kind of move at a faster pace now. Silver is up well over a percentage point. It's up 29 cents now, $25.60. If it gets to $26 on the ask price, I will do 26 push-ups for you, okay? How's that? Is that a deal? So somebody make silver go up to $26 and I will do some push-ups for you, all right? Very good. 26 of them, unless, of course, there's a push-up challenge. All right, very good. And Barbara Carbone is here. Good to see you. Love Button is here. Son of a Silver Stacker is here. Hello, sir. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. The Mutant Ripe says silver will go down when the New York exchange opens. Almost a guarantee. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, very well could. Kind of wouldn't be surprised if that were the case, but hey, we can get to 26 on this stream. I think it'd be very interesting to see. All right. David Johnson. I am in my late 60s. I'm not worried about my debt. It's my children and grandchildren I'm worried about. I hope the last check I write bounces. Oh, man. All right. Well, I guess that means that I assume you're going to pass some wealth down to your kids, hopefully. Bjorn, what state do you live in? I've never known of a dealer to pay above spot. Well, they do it in this market. They do it. They've been doing it, but it's happening less and less now. They're starting to go back to just paying spot or slightly above. But my LCS was paying, and other LCSs across the nation were paying well over $1 and some for generic, and about $4 or $5 over spot for Eagles. But not so much these days, or right now, which means that silver supply is coming in, and there's not as many people buying now as there were. There's still high premiums, but there's not as many buyers now. JDPR, in debt we trust with no just for all. There you go. Zephiel, Democrats targeted this check at the bottom end of the barrel. 17 million citizens eligible for first round are no longer eligible. Apparently people making $75,000 plus a year don't need any help. Yeah. Apparently that's their target, or where the thing is. Yep, exactly. Their line is. David Johnson, how much gold would it take to back up the $28 million deficit? Well, the deficit, I don't know what the deficit is in terms of numbers, but you might be talking about the debt, and that's 28 trillion. There's not nearly enough gold to cover that. Yeah, he said, okay, he meant 28 trillion. Yeah, there's not nearly enough gold to cover that debt. No way. Crazy. All right. And Love Button says, Ronnie Stofferly from Incrementum says, in gold we trust. We like to say, in God we trust. All right. Yes, indeed. Ziphiel, how could you do a review on an old video called 10 Myths About Government Debt by Professor Anthony Davies? Would like to know if you disagree with anything he says. Well, if I think about it, I'll have to check that out and see what that's about, but thank you so much. All right, let's see here. Stuart Hollingshead. I'm just wondering if they will ban all physical money and currency as a means of tracking people. There's already a precedent, the mandated gold turn in of 1933. Yeah. I don't know. I guess they probably could. That would be an interesting thing, so they could track people. They could ban that, but I think it would create a massive underground. It would be unconstitutional. But yeah, I could see that happening in due course. Maybe not within the next 5 years, but I think it wouldn't be something out of the realm of possibility. In Pudenda we trust, says Love Button. There you go. Blasphemy, says the Razam and Naza. Yeah, it's crazy, crazy. All right, let's see here. Where are we at now? Let's get back to the markets and see what they're doing now. They're all up. And no movement with silver. At least above where it was before. Up 29 cents here. Gold is up $10.60. But this has narrowed the ratio slightly to just above 67 to 1. And platinum has moved a little bit there. Moved up $1. It's kind of just hanging out there, but yes, indeed. But silver is the biggest mover of the metals so far, which tends to be the case. But we'll see. We'll see. Is this the beginning of something where we're going to see silver kind of recover some of its losses last week? I don't know. We'll find out. Somebody mentioned earlier that thought when the New York exchange opens at 9 a.m. tomorrow, that we will see silver indeed fall. And that could happen. That typically does happen when the New York market opens. Let's see. Hello, Darth Larper. Good to see you. Ryan Henke. All right. So there's where the markets are. CCT says, I should really tell the story about my brother one of these days. He spent his whole life in debt, just continually lining the bankers' pockets. I gave up trying to help him years ago, and I'm sure he'll be in debt until the day he dies. Yes. It's amazing how some people, they just somehow get caught in it. And but like CCT says, when you go into debt, you're only enriching the bankers, for sure. And some people might even say when you're buying silver at these high premiums that you're enriching the bullion dealers. But you know what? I think in some cases, especially if you're new to stacking, and as long as you understand those premiums, that's a better place to enrich, I think, in some cases than the banksters, as long as you pay for it out of what is your excess, whatever's left over from paying all of your bills and obligations. Yes, indeed. Good to see Media Man. Welcome. All right. Don M says, I was out of debt but got married, bought a truck, and started a business. Luckily, I didn't go overboard, and I want it paid off in 3 years. Very good. All right. Nice. Good job. You lived within your means there, and you did well, so that's great. Want it paid off in 3 years. I think you can do it. All right. MVL 9591. You should live your life in such a way that the check you write to your undertaker bounces. Yeah, there you go. Yes, indeed. All right. Greg Savory. Not for me. I'm super uber rich, over 8,000 in income, according to the feds, and won't see a dime. The reason I got to see a dime of this. Well, I'm sorry, my friend. Yep, I know that's tough. And these numbers, it depends if they're based off of 2019 income or 2020 income. I'll see what the final legislation is once the House gets through with it. We have a greetings from my kitten as a black belt. Let's see here. Savoy Truffle. Let's have a welcome slurp for Guy Angelo. Who's Guy Angelo? All right, let's see. Silver Wolverine, I just rewatched your video from today. Do you believe it's good to own your house? I'm debt-free except my house. I would love to be able to pay off the house at some point. I think it's good. I think that house mortgage debt is necessary debt, or what some people will call good debt, because you can write that off on your taxes. But I do believe in paying extra on your mortgage towards principal and try to pay it down faster. That's what I'm doing. Yes, that's exactly right. And Silver Wolverine can use their credit cards to his advantage, and I think that's definitely wise things to do. To pay credit cards, to pay it off right away. I just like to get the cash rewards. That's a smart way to do it, and I do that too. If you can get the points on it and pay it off before it accrues interest, you're doing a great thing, and that's wonderful. Good to see Harry Balls. AG Bull is here. Good to see you. Ed Mole is here. Oh, there's Guy Angelo. Hello, Guy Angelo. Slurp. Yes, indeed. We're going to slurp. Here we go. Ah, good coffee. Good stuff, indeed. I wish I had more of it. I'm almost out of coffee. Crazy, crazy. Profound statement. Whatever statement I made at 12:54 in this, he liked it. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. I forgot what I said, but thank you. Samson X, I'm going to buy 35 American Silver Eagles with my stimulus. Good job. All right. Very good. Nice. Now, let's see here what the markets are doing. Look at that. Okay, silver is rising just slightly more. It is now $25.61. Gold is up $10.60. So, yes, indeed. It's, and platinum is starting to show a little bit of headwind here. It's up $6, and palladium is pulled back slightly, but still up. All right, welcome, welcome. Kane Bizarro, thank you so much for the $20 super chat. I think you're new here, so thank you very much. He says, hey, boss, always like the shows and info you give. Now, what bands do you like? Because I like Valcambi, but can't find any. Oh, yeah, and would like to get a Precious Metal Verifier Pro unit and can't find that as well. Oh, interesting. I don't know where you can find the Precious Metal Verifier. I think you can find, there's a website for the Precious Metal Verifier. Let me look it up real quick here. Let's see here. Let me just see here. Okay, let's see here. Okay. If you go to, let me give you their website. I'm going to post this in the, here's their website, and I think that should show you where to buy it. So check that out, and that will tell you where you can buy them as well too. I'm not, like I said, I didn't look at it here or there, but that should start you in the right direction. And that Pro is nice. I kind of wouldn't mind having one either. I just have the regular, normal one. But yeah, good stuff. Hello, Silver Husky. Good to see you. Good to see Silver Husky. Welcome, my friend. Hope you're doing well. And let's see here. Okay, we have a Colonic Stacker. We have a MMA matchup. Nickelback bassist Mike Kroger versus Senator Joe Manchin. Oh, man. I'm going to go with the Nickelback bassist, Mike Kroger. That's a yes, indeed. I think I'm going to go with him. I don't know what his politics are, but I'm going to go with him. All right, let's see here. And Medium Man, I sold all my gold in 1980 to pay off my mortgage. Still missed that gold, however. Wow. Yeah, it's a tough one, you know. And me, I'm keeping my mortgage debt. because I can write it off on taxes, and I know it's a steady payment that's not going to change no matter what inflation does. That bill will not increase. And my interest rate won't increase either. I have a fixed interest rate and a fairly decent one. As I did refinance the loan there. So let's see here. Did I get my boilerplate back? Let me get my boilerplate. All right, where are we at? So very good. That was a good question, though. Appreciate you, and thanks for that super chat there. From Kane Bizarro. Appreciate that very much. All right. Frank Castro says, "In God We Trust will be canceled next." I tell you what, it wouldn't surprise me. At the way now they're canceling Dr. Zeus now. Yes, indeed. And Francisco Rodriguez says, "Newsflash, there's no such thing as good debt. Why don't the rich and wealthy elite invest in a personal debt if that's such a great thing?" Every time you hear a specific group of people promoting something that they themselves don't follow, you're not just dealing with a hypocrite, you're also dealing with a government-sponsored con artist and economic terrorist. Yeah, and I kind of revised kind of the statement in there. It shifted it to necessary debt. In other words, because really debt's not good under any circumstances. Right, very good. You think I can force my mortgage bank to take payment in silver and gold as per the Constitution? I don't know. You could try it. All right, you could try it and see what they say. Be very interesting to see. Hello, Northern Coins. Good to see you. All right, the Razamananza Silversmith keeps asking you a question here in the live chat. All he's got to do is type my name out like you just did, and it'll show up, and then I'll be able to see it. So he does that, and it'll show up. So yeah, ask it again. And there's a lot of people in here. There's a lot of activity, so I'm going to miss some stuff, but have him ask it again. Just type my name out. I think he should know how to do that. Just type it in with no space in between, and I'll see it return orange. Those I see first. Or you can super chat me, and then that will show up just like what he did, Kane did. I definitely see those. Those pop right out. You know what I'm saying? Hello, Numismatic Stacker. Good to see you. Big Foot, Silver, Hide and Seeker, Instruments of Debt. How many I owe you or you owe me does it take to live happily ever after? It's a dog-eat-dog paper mache world. Lawyers and so-called thin margins. The bottom line seems to depend upon which forensic auditor needs to be appeased. All one needs is a chip and a chair to play. Keep up the good work. Thank you. Yes, indeed. That's one way to look at it for sure. It's crazy. All right. Very good. All right. Let's see here. I answered this question. Okay, very good. All right, thank you. So I answered this question. Very good. All right, nice. And sometimes there's a delay, too, in the chat. By the time I read your question, it's about 20 to 30 seconds later. So, yes, indeed. So I did answer this question. Very, very good. All right. BGASC has a Sigma tester. Very good. Mark B, player base. I do have it here. I might thump on that here later on. We'll see here. Numismatic Stacker listened to this episode while driving. Very good. All right. And William Lanucci says, "Oh, my friend, I just gave my friend $1,000 towards 1 ounce platinum, and his Tuesday he is going to New York to get it for me. But just now I called him and he was up all night with a fever and chills. Ooh, man, I hope he doesn't have the coronavirus. Say a prayer for him. Yes, indeed. I hope he's okay." Wow. Crazy, crazy. No singing. There you go. Savoy Truffle, but I don't know how to spell your name. Well, you just did it. You did it there. It showed up in red. Yeah, that's if you want to get my attention, that's how you do it. Just type it in and it'll turn orange for me and I'll be able to see it. But even though sometimes I did it. There you go. Silversmith did it. Yeah, all I got to do is type the name out and it'll turn orange like that. All right, very good. But I answered this question, so that's good. All right. Very good. All right. Jade Nefrite, Ron Paul has warned about the snare of excessive debt burdens, the Federal Reserve, and the virtues of sound money based on gold and silver. That he sure has. He sure has. All right, let's see. Speaking of gold and silver, what are they doing? Will I be doing 26 push-ups tonight? I don't think I will be. Like I said, unless there's a push-up challenge, um, because now silver is backed off a little bit. It is up only a quarter now. Silver is up a quarter, 25.56, and gold is up 8.70. Cotton Picker RF4Cs. Thank you so much, my friend. The best way to get on your feet is miss a car payment. That's true. Very true, because you'll be using your feet a lot if they confiscate your car. That's true. All right, very good. Donald in New Mexico's got it. He typed out Salivate Metal, and it showed up, and it turned orange. Very good to see you guys. Appreciate you guys being here. So there's where the metal markets are. Now, stick around, because in about 15 minutes, we will look at the chart. And I'm very curious to see that chart, to see how silver performed, silver especially performed, because at the very beginning, it was showing that it was down 11 cents. Very good. All right. There you go. That's indeed. Kalanic Stacker says Biden is an instrument of Satan. Yes, indeed. It's kind of hard to argue with that. It's crazy. All right, there we go. Obese, Salivate Metal Obese is in the house with a half an ounce. Nice. Ron Paul is controlled opposition and actually voted in favor of the Fed early in his political career. Interesting. I did not know that. Controlled opposition. Let's see here. All right. All right. Let's get back to Tio says the path to $12 silver, he meant $120. I got a lot of thumbs down on this video, and I don't know why. I think some of these people, they just didn't watch the video and didn't understand. Yeah, I literally don't think they watched the video, because if they had, they would have understood that I talked about the possibility of a path to $12 silver that we could go down, since we were just there last year. I'm not saying it was going to do it, but it's just crazy how people are so triggered these days. It's insane. Carlos, I think Kitco got tomorrow's opening chart by mistake by the riggers. Ah, could be. Could be. That's indeed here. All right. Napalm Death. I have a lot of American Gold Eagles, but no Buffaloes. Would you trade an Eagle for one? Is it worth a premium for a trade? I think it's probably a good idea. I think so. If they could do it even, I think that'd be better. But if you paid $10 or something like that, I wouldn't pay much more than 10 or 20 bucks for the trade. Eddie Rodriguez, I made it home to watch your stream. Howdy from Texas, sir. Thank you, Eddie. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, my friend. Yes, I did answer one of your comments. I forget exactly what you said, but I did answer it on the live stream. And I thank you so much for popping in, and I appreciate the super chat, sir. Glad to have you here. See, I'm glad to have you here, sir. All right, Brian says, what state do you live in? My LCS doesn't charge tax. States take enough off of everyone's anyways. Yeah, I'm in a tax state. It's if you over $1,000, then they don't charge taxes. Or they don't collect taxes. It's really the state that charges taxes, but bullion dealers collect taxes. You spend over $1,000, then you are going to, and that's the way it is in most states. Some of them, like California, I think has $1,500. Benny Barker, thank you so much, my friend. You were the voice of reason. I appreciate that, my friend. Very kind of you to say. Yeah, I got a little bit of hate and flack on this one, but I think that people just didn't watch, or they didn't like what I said. They just don't like it. And there's a lot of, especially nowadays, there's a lot of people that are jumping on the bandwagon saying that silver's going to, that all this buying is going to crash the COMEX. And I'm for the buying, by the way, as long as people understand what they're buying and understand those premiums. But I would never force, or I would never coax anybody to buying under a false pretense. I believe the best motivation to buy silver, especially silver, is over the long course of time for it to act as a wealth preservation device through smart dollar cost averaging. All right, very, very good. All right, let's see here. Michael Phillip, a trillion here, a trillion there. What's the big whoop? At least the cat in the hat can't harm our children. There you go. Yes, indeed, that's right. The Cat in the Hat. Dr. Seuss is being canceled. It's crazy. All right, very good. Mutant Rife. California is over $1,500 on Eagles for no tax. Okay, yes, indeed. I thought I was right about that. Good to see Silver Heist market holding all night, working on a story. There you go. All right. Glad you guys are here. U.S. Mint is tax-free, but you're paying huge premiums there. That's collectible stuff. That's right, but they're tax-free. Bureau King Star says, Coins Liberty top. And it's a beautiful Bureau King Star channel. Okay, Coins Liberty. All right. We'd like to look at those coins. Thank you, sir. Tessa Cunningham, I trust the Almighty Creator, not government who wants the people to be their slaves. Did you know this round of helping America is racist? But if the racists don't get it, I'm sure they will burn and loot more peacefully, of course. Here you go. Yes. Well, and that's just it. There is some social engineering in this latest package. Tessa is right about that. I think I even talked about that in a video the other day about it. Well, yesterday's video, but you're right. Adam Ferraro, won't happen. If silver was $12 on paper, then the premiums would be more than double the paper price. Exactly, I said that. I see these people don't watch the video. That's exactly what I said in the video. It's supply and demand, and even in this latest drop, you still can't get it cheaper, let alone find it. Yep. And if you would have watched the video, you wouldn't have had to type that out because I basically had said that. But it's okay. All right. So he's laughing at me. But I'm laughing at him because he didn't watch the video. It's funny. Throughput says fiat currency is an instrument of debt. You can't pay a debt with debt. There's no paying back the national debt with a fractional reserve system. Fiat currency is only a promissory note, a promise to pay with real money. Yes, to a point, but I'm telling you, when I pay my house off, I don't owe anybody anything. It's mine, except for the property taxes on it. Yes, indeed. All right. Derivative on crypto coming. I think there's a lot of talk about it. There's a lot of talk about Bitcoin futures and the like, and I think that's if that happens, then you're gonna get a lot of talk about a lot of people that are gonna be really skeptical about it at that point in the whole market. But I think it's probably coming. The rate things are going for sure. Okay, Silver Smith says that silver's pulling back a bit now. Let's take a look back and see. And it looks to be that he's right. It's pulling back, and we are approaching here. We got about 9 minutes at the top of the hour. We're going to look and see what the charts are going to be telling us here as we refresh this page, but it is certainly something to see. All right, let's see here. Okay. It's frozen. That's not loading. Strongman Silver says, good video, Sal, and Sal we trust. Oh, well, thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. All right. Sniff, can I submit an early request? Layla by Eric Clapton. Wish you had a piano for the outro. Oh, man, I wish I don't. Yeah, I don't know that tune, unfortunately. I know a little bit of the opening line to You Look Wonderful Tonight, but I don't know that one. I'm sorry, my friend. I wish I know the song, but I don't know how to play it on guitar. All right, let's see. Let's see if it had. Oh, there it is. Okay, so yeah, silver's indeed pulling back. It is now just up 19 cents, up almost 3/4 of a percentage point. Gold is eased back slightly too, but platinum and palladium are still up. And but so far, even as such, silver is the best performing of the night so far. So very, very interesting indeed. All right. Okay, let's see here. So there's where we are at on the metals prices. We're going to check momentarily, see what the charts look like. Throughput says, you seem to be confused between currency and money. Watch an economist talk. They never call it money. It's currency. They're not the same thing. Actually, that's true. They are not exactly the same thing, but Throughput, I call this dollar bill money. Money can be currency, and a dollar is money. And I'm going to do a video that's going to be talking about that. Let's see here. That's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Who's your stacker? As long as you pay your property taxes, you never really truly own your house. That's right. And anything you pay a tax on a in perpetuity, you don't really fully own it. That's right. Play a stranglehold. I know a little bit of stranglehold. Cotton pickers. I know just the very beginning, but yeah. But I promise, Mark, I whip out the bass a little bit here. All right. We'll do that momentarily. Abraham, if you get a paper check, it will be worth more than its face value in the future. Interesting. Because there's so few of those out there direct depositing a lot of them now, right? John says, where were all these people croaking about debt after Bush destroyed Clinton's surplus? That surplus was a misnomer. That was a spending surplus for that Congress, and you can really thank Newt Gingrich for that, and the Republicans in Congress that pushed for the balanced budget. But that did not mean that we weren't incurring debt. It just stopped the deficit spending for a time. Clinton did sign the legislation, but it was the contract with America that started in the Congress, in the House of Representatives. Here is a coffee matchup. Patriot Folgers Black Silk versus Satanic Behemoth Heretica Band. All right, I'm going to have to go with the Patriot Folgers Black Silk because I don't, although I've never tried the Satanic Behemoth's Heretica blend, but I'm probably likely to do that on moral grounds and not, even if it tastes better, you know what I mean? You know, they say Satan comes as an angel of light and probably makes some pretty darn good coffee, too. All right, very good. Okay. Raymond 16400 says, go Buffalo, I'll be purchasing with it. Cool, awesome. Yes, indeed. A good move, I think. That's the one thing. Gold especially, I believe, is the best wealth preservation device out there. The absolute best, more than anything else. And I know people keep on saying, buy Bitcoin, buy Bitcoin. If you would have spent a dollar on Bitcoin in 2011 or 12 or whatever, well, 11 is when it kind of had a little flash crash, so to speak, or 12 or something. But yeah, but that's a speculative asset. And yes, Bitcoin skyrocketed, obviously, but I'm talking about wealth preservation, not wealth creation. There's ways to create wealth, but any kind of wealth creation entity or device or investment is risky by its nature. I'm talking about avoiding risk. And when you avoid risk, you find ways to preserve your wealth. What are those things that preserve your wealth? Well, land is one thing, but as was mentioned here earlier, land is something that's taxed. You have to pay taxes on that land. And so gold, you own it, you hold it, and it's in your possession, and it's been a proven store of value for millennia, multiple millennia, and it will preserve your wealth. Yes, indeed. And I would say silver, to a lesser extent, will involve a lot more patience and time for that to take place. All right. GFX Miner. One by one of this debt empire will implode just like the previous one. All right. Yep. All right. There we go. Okay. Gold Maple says, the U.S. used to be a great country. Lots of immigrants still come to the U.S., especially from poor nations, where there are less opportunities. However, you all have this cancel culture prevailing in the media and in public policies, which is a real shame. Many intelligent Americans and those with capital are leaving our country because the U.S. dollar is worth more outside than inside your country. That's actually an interesting point. You can buy more things with the U.S. dollar outside than inside. Yeah, it's a good point indeed. Gold and silver are cheaper too. Trust me. Interesting. Thank you. All right. Very, very good. Yes, Ziggy is exactly right. He says in the chat here, he says that gold is a very big part of Asian culture. Same with India. That's very, very true. Sniff says, Bible says women aren't allowed to make coffee. It clearly says in Hebrews. Interesting. I did not know that. Can you post that verse? That's interesting. Kenneth Seaholzer, how to pay off national debt, a national lottery with prizes paid in precious metal, 1 pound gold equals tax free. What you think? Um, well, that would be interesting. That would be interesting indeed. But the thing is if you do the lottery and all the people paid into that lottery, you still wouldn't pay off the national debt with it. But I like that idea, but I don't think it would be very attractive to people. A lot of people in the West, I don't know, they don't, the vast majority anyway, even though we've seen a great influx in the West in silver. But anyways, Media Man says, true about taxes, but our house has tripled in value over the last 12 years. Not bad for wealth preservation. That's true, but I wonder if it's really a matter of tripling in value or tripling in price. There's a big difference between price and value. But notwithstanding, it's excellent for wealth preservation land is near a house. I think that's a great thing to consider. But, if you pay property taxes on it, you don't really fully own it, as was mentioned here. Oh, Sniff, you got me. Well done, Sniff. That was a joke. Hebrews. Man, I am dense. I slurp in your honor, Sniff. That was a great one. Let me read this again. Let me see here. All right. The Bible says women aren't allowed to make coffee. It clearly states Hebrews. Boom. You got it. That was excellent. Oh my gosh. I am so dense. Thank you, my friend. That's great. Yeah, I think if you would have put a space there, I would have probably I've gotten that. But yeah, you got it, man. It was a joke, Hebrews. You got it. Thank you. Son of a silver stacker. Unicorns are real also. Bible says so. There you go. My LCS guy told me, says Silver Wolverine, to call him this week when he will let me know if there are any dealer buzz with the AGE proofs that go on sale in a few days. Okay, very good. Yeah, Silver Wolverine has been keeping up with that to see. They are limiting the mintage on that. Check out the Silver Wolverine channel. Very good. Did I tell that joke before, Frank? I don't remember telling it. Maybe so. I don't know. Let's see here. Isaiah 34:7. Escape from LA is reality now. Yeah, they're all leaving here. Let's see here. Okay. Darth Larper says the money changers have destroyed the world with their Ponzi fiat scheme. Yes, indeed. And no matter what people think, again, we can have differing opinions onto the severity and to the extent of how this scheme is, or how the bankers and how the Federal Reserve and how the government does its thing. When you hold gold and silver, you know that really you're protected in a financial sense. Now, obviously, it goes without saying that you should protect yourselves in many other ways too, including having enough water on hand, having protection for your family with firearms and the like, alarm systems, food storage, preps, all that kind of thing. But anyways, I digress. All right. Chris Dutcher says $12 silver is not going to happen again. Don't sell your silver for soon to be worthless fiat paper. All right. Never say never, Chris Dutcher, because if you watch the video, you will see how it did indeed happen on paper and last year, and it could happen again. Very good. Okay. American Supertramp says, old white men on these reserves notes, when are they going to replace with Teletubbies? Huh? Yes, indeed. Teletubbies. All right. Barbara Carbone says, we must all use protection. That's right. In more ways than one, right? There we go. Yep. Yeah, Frank, actually, I posted a video about that yesterday, about the $1,400 stimulus. Indeed. All right, there you go. The Chinese anal swab testing. They're literally shoving up our Salivate Metal. That's right. South Park will have fun with that one, indeed. Okay, guys, it is after 7, so let's take a look at the metals prices. Silver is kind of trying to hang on to its gains here, but it's now just up 18 cents. Gold is up $7.20. Let's take a look at the chart for gold here. Over the past hour, how has it performed? Well, we'll find out when this opens up here, if it opens up. We'll wait for that to do that. We'll catch another comment here. Kobe Flaha says if you can make a larger percent return than the debt interest rate, then it's good debt. Yeah, I guess that is one way to look at it. That's true. If you can go into debt and the money that you take out is giving you a return that's better than the interest rate that you're paying on that debt, I guess it could be considered good debt. Manchin will vote to eliminate filibuster. That sucks. Oh, wow. Okay. So, well, it's already passed the Senate anyway. But, yes, indeed. Shove a swab at your Salivate Metal, says Donald in New Mexico. All right, let's see here. So here's the chart for gold. We can see that out of the starting gate, gold did spike up, and then it kind of came back down, which is what we kind of usually see, it seems, for this type of thing. Spike up and kind of come back down a little bit, but still in positive territory. Now, silver, well, okay, it was a glitch because it's not there. That dip, that 11-cent dip, it wasn't there, but you can see here that silver is indeed up, and it's kind of up and then coming back down a little bit, and it looks like it's making a round for the for another little upswing again. We'll see here. Frank says 9% of the $1.9 trillion for the people. That's right, exactly. Yep, that's exactly right. That's all that's in it for the people. The rest of it for pet projects, and there's also a tax increase in there for people like us who have what's known as the hustle, the side hustle. Our taxes are going to go up. A silver scientist says gold is the currency of kings, silver is the currency of a gentleman, the trade or barter is the currency of peasants, and debt is the currency to slaves. That's right, silver scientist. Well stated. You're exactly right. Good job. All right. Justin Sartain. I agree the world is drowning in debt. This is exactly why I stack. I believe silver and gold will be beneficial to stackers. And keep stacking. There you go. Yep. That's really the bottom line. Is we're getting closer and closer. And without sounding apocalyptic here, with every passing day, with the debt increasing at an alarming rate, there's only so much of this we can take before something's got to give or change. And whatever that change is going to be, whether it be a great reset, you and I are not going to be the beneficiaries. It's going to hurt us. In other words, what we've got now is of greater value of what that will be in terms of probably multiple different facets, including our liberty and freedom and our sovereignty as a nation, I believe, too, because I believe that what they're going to be doing is going to be based off of this great reset, but on the financial side for the dollar will be based on some sort of global blockchain system. And really, once that goes there, then you're pretty much set up for a one world currency, really. Let's see here. Whiskey Tango Foxtrot says, your opinion on $12 silver is a pipe dream for you, I guess. Total BS. Well, it's not a pipe dream. It's just talking about where it's going to go, or could go, just like it did last year. In fact, it went below $12 last year. And but it's not a pipe dream at all. And what about it is BS? I don't think these people watched the video or didn't pay attention while going through it. Or they have just been flooded with all this essentially pumper talk about silver. And anybody that speaks, anybody that questions that pumper talk is considered a heretic. But I don't care what they think. Learn from the Hunt brothers' mistakes and take physical bullion ownership directly. That's right. And in the end, that's what we all. That's what we're all. What we're talking about here. But I would say, instead of just going out there and blindly just buying up a bunch of silver, you should do your own due diligence and homework about it, and understand that you are going to be paying higher premiums, even on the generic stuff, and you have to be okay with that. And you also have to be okay with the potential of losing that when you go to sell it. And because if you go in as a silverback from the Wall Street Silver Reddit forum, and you're going in and you're buying 1,000 ounces of silver, and you're paying a fairly heavy premium for it, and silver drops $3 an ounce, and you get discouraged and you sell that silver, guess what? You just enriched everybody else but yourself. You've lost out, and you're out of the game, and you ended up failing yourself, and that's what I fear. That's what I fear, and it's going to cause a whole lot of people to get disenfranchised because they didn't understand what they were doing. And I've seen it before. We've seen this happen before. Back in 2011 when silver went up, and in the case where all these channels, and even back at the time, I was pretty much convinced too that we were going to see silver turn around. But I learned really quickly that that's not necessarily the case. So you have to be prepared to take a loss, and you've got to be prepared for what could come that may not be where they all say it's going to go with silver. And if that's the case, you hold on to the silver, and so that you can understand that it may take longer for you to cash out. There's a lot of younger buyers out there that I think have got to understand that about silver, so they don't get burned. Charred columns of the damned. Dude, colonic stacker. I saw this thing on Richard Christie the other night. Is colonic stacker still here? Because I'm not going to say this unless he's here, because you're going to love it. And it's going to gross some of you guys out. But I've got to say it to colonic stacker because this is so good. And I don't care if I lose half the viewers tonight, but this is worth saying. Plug your ears, because it's going to be a little bit raunchy. But I've got to tell this to my friend colonic stacker. Let's see here. All right. Christopher Robin Garish says currently $32 an ounce. Yes, in terms of the buy price of it. That's exactly right. Very good. All right. That's right. You never lose until you sell. That's right, Silver Scientist. That's really the bottom line. There's colonic stacker. Okay, now, most of you probably don't know, but Richard Christie has been, the only reason why he makes any money at all is because Howard Stern hired him on his radio show. And he's become a patsy for Howard Stern. And his claim to fame is he has this keen ability to distinguish different brews of beer by pouring it into his anus. That's right. Plug your ears if you don't want to hear this. And he's done this on 2 separate times, and the second time he did fairly well, guessed all the brews save for one. And he did this. You can search it on YouTube, probably find it out there, of Richard Christie. And he's basically gets paid to be made fun of, and he does crazy, wacky things on the Howard Stern show. But he is a masterful drummer, and you need to check out Zero Spin. I think that's the name of the song on YouTube, and him drumming. A phenomenal drummer, but never made any money on it. He used to live in a storage unit where they store band equipment. That's where he lived. Never made any money. Probably any money he did make, he probably ended up spending it. Colonic Brewing, that's exactly right. But it was funny. Kind of crazy, but he's an amazing, talented drummer for sure. Check out Charred Walls of the Damned, the great band. And Iced Earth, old Iced Earth. All right, enough of that. Very good. Okay, so here we go. All right. J Money says, good debt is not buying a car. Good debt is good when you use it to buy performing assets like real estate. Yes. Very good. All right. Very good. That's right. Well, yeah, I would say buying a car would be considered probably necessary debt. but there's no real good debt per se. But maybe if you're investing in real estate, that might be considered good debt. I don't know. All right. Very good. All right, let's see here. And Mailman says it's amazing how the GOP doesn't care about debt when they are in charge. They spend like drunken sailors, but when the Dems are in power, spending is a sin. That's right. Exactly. I mean, I can't argue with that. As a conservative, that does seem to be the case. There's very few that are debt conscious, like Rand Paul, this day and age. Maybe Mike Lee, and maybe Ted Cruz in the Senate side, and a handful of people on the House side. But for all intents and purposes, you're right. I can't argue with that. That's a criticism of the people that I vote for sure. You're well said, Mailman. I can't argue with you on that. Frank says silver will eventually go vertical. All right. And we'll see. All right, thank you. Thanks, love button. Appreciate that. Wrecked him, damn near killed him. What's up? Hello, Repeat 74. Good to see you. That's right, both parties spend like crazy. All right. I'm done with my coffee. Now I'm slurping on some water. All right. Private Pilot says, don't forget about the stuffing their pockets projects. That's right. The earmarks are back. The earmarks are back in these bills. Crazy, crazy. And Silver Hair Stacker says, it's my belief that personal debt is a dream killer and a future taker. Debt adds instant worry to an otherwise carefree life. I have been virtually debt-free my entire life, paying cash for houses and vehicles and everything else. Wow, it is possible. It's also my belief that the government debt will eventually come crashing down. My hope is that I and mine will be positioned well enough to weather that eventually. Well, good job. Silver Hair Stacker has done a very good job in making his money work for him, and he works hard at it. So check out the Silver Hair Stacker channel for sure. Is that your mouse we hear? Let's see. Yes, it's clicking around. You hear that? That's the mouse, yes. Okay, let's see here. Sal pumps debt for views, says Alan Gold. Man, let's pump it up. Pump up the jam. And Jules Signoret, anything is possible, but at its lowest, I'd see silver hitting 20 bucks. Still won't matter too much, as we indeed entering an age of hyperinflation soon enough. Gradual perhaps, but inevitable. Just look at Lebanon, Turkey, and Venezuela. And on those aren't the US and the UK. There's still a stark reminder that the paper money can devalue fast enough that the dollar widgets itself is in a downward trend. And that's true. And really, essentially, that's what I said in this video. Even if silver goes down to $12, silver is going to be a lot more for you to buy and sell it, by the way. When silver got down to under $12 in March, there's not a bullion dealer out there that I saw that was going to pay you $12 for an ounce of silver. They were going to pay you close to $20 for an ounce of silver. And they were paying higher premiums at the time, too. Yes, indeed. Which means that really wasn't the real price, which I talked about that in another video, the real price of silver. All right. Let's see here. Cybercurtain Twitcher. Silver Hair Stacker's done really well in his gold stacking from selling junk on eBay. He sure has. He's done an amazing job. Mad respect for Silver Hair Stacker. He's done an amazing job. And he transforms those to the LMU, the Latin Monetary Unit Gold, and sovereigns and the like. Pretty cool. Gold Maple is here. Let's see. Mike G, hello. Architect Greg, gold is the foundation of mankind. And thank you, sir. All right. And Mark G says, get out of major debt by retirement. Live within your means, as hard as it may be at times. Stay safe. That's right. Sage advice indeed. Yes, sir. All right. Let's see. I'll wait for that to post. What do we have with the metals markets? What are they doing? Let's see. They are moving. I pulled back a little bit now. Silver is up just 9 cents now. up just over a third of a percentage point, so it's kind of pulling back even more. Gold as well, it's up only $5.20, but platinum is up a little bit more, $7. Crazy. All right. All right, hey Monty, good night, my friend. Good to see you, Monty. Welcome here. All right. Thank you for being here. All right, let me pull out the base here. Let's see if I can finagle with this thing a little bit. I haven't really tweaked this thing in a while, but let's see here. Let's see here. I need to really adjust the action on this thing at one point or another. I don't know when or how I'm going to do that, but anyways, pulling it out. That's right. Ooh, Silver Scientist Platinum is going to be here Tuesday. Nice. That's awesome, my friend. Hope you enjoy that. What did you get? Mary had little goats, says Savoy Truffle. Yep, I got to adjust the truss rod. Ever use an XLR plate microphone? No, I've never done that. Never used that. Need to adjust something. That's right, I need to adjust something. Yes. Stepping on soft and cuddly tail. Ooh, I hope not, Donald. I hope not. Hello, Sergeant Gold is here. All right, let's get a couple more comments out of the way. Crypto will be implemented for the good. We shall see. Regulated, probably. I think, don't think about that possibility of regulation and tracking. I bought a Lee 6-stage revolving ammo press. Nice, Silver Scientist. That's awesome. Man, that's going to save you on ammo reloading. $27,800, says Donald. Yep, it is down a little bit. The rhodium is. First you worship a golden idol at CPAC. Now you are crossing God off. Repeat. Oh my gosh. Trumpista, repent. I thought that statue was ugly, actually. Colonic Planet's butthole. All right, very good. And we've got In God We Trust, wise words. There we go. Truth lives. That's right. Yes, sir. Yes, indeed. All right, thank you, Hoosier Stacker. Thanks for being here, my friend. I appreciate you. Have a good night. All right. Have a good night, my friend. How about your version of give me my silver now? Give it to me, give me my silver now. Ethereum set to soar as London hard fork gets approval. Wow. Man. Okay. I didn't know it was centralized to get approval. I didn't know they had to get approval for that, right? It's crypto. All right. Okay. If you are adding a dinner tab to an unpaid debt balance, you should consider peanut butter sandwiches or a soup line. There you go. Yes, indeed. And peanut butter sandwiches are pretty good, really. Think about it. Lucky winner. The gold maple leaf coin, why it's so special video. I don't think if you take the American Gold Eagle in Asia, we'll take it because it's only 22K. Asian countries want 24K. So the maple leafs are better to have than American Gold Eagle. And very well could be in some parts of Asia, but my guess is they know they know that there's a 1 ounce of gold in that coin, and they would still accept it. All right, very good. Okay, so yes, you can eat silver in very, very small quantities, such as the colloidal silver. It's in drinks and the like, but there are ways to do it. But I wouldn't suggest eating coins or anything like that. Very good. All right. Okay. David Bagley says aloha. Aloha to David. Welcome, sir. He says, a cliff high is interesting. All right, don't know what that is. Is that a person? Half in silver and half in the safe. There you go. Okay. That's how he would spend his. Good. It's a good way to do it. Let's see what the markets are doing right now. It looks like that, well, silver is now down to just 11 cents above its starting place here. Up 11 cents. Oh, yeah, there we go. Now up 13 cents. So they're pulling back. They're pulling back, these metals are. But they're still in positive territory for gold and silver. Platinum, though, is up $9. Very good. All right, have a good night, CCT. Sleep well, my friend. Let's see here. Sign up. Let me see it. I know that little riff. I don't listen to much Tool, but... That's one of their... one riff in one of their songs. That's all I know from it. Alright. So there's where the metals are. Play La Villa Stringiotta. Oh, man. Don't know what that is, Shinzon, but that would be cool if I did. Check your PP. Oh... check your PP. Oh my gosh. Who's your stacker? I think he meant PayPal, but that was pretty funny. Let's see here. Let's see. Oh, wow. Oh, thank you so much, my friend. Says check your PP. Very kind of you, sir. Super chat was not working for him. Thank you so much. Check out. Okay, here we go. Okay, check out Who's Your Stacker. And he's doing a giveaway, official comment video in the giveaway show next Sunday before this show at 4:55 p.m. Eastern Time. He's adding to the giveaway a 1987 U.S. Constitution coin that commemorates the Constitution bicentennial. And it's a beautiful coin. That coin, indeed. In fact, you know what? As Hoosier, are you still here? Let me see if I can find this. I might be able to. Let me see. I might have one of these here. Let's see here. Just a second. Let me see if I can find something here. Bear with me, guys. For Hoosier Stacker. Let me see if I can find this. You're going to want to go to his channel next Friday. Next Sunday. Because he's doing this giveaway. It's going to be awesome. At 4:55 p.m. And where in the world is this? I thought I had this. Hold on a second here. Bear with me. I may not have one. I thought I had one laying around here. But it looks like I don't. Unless by some miracle it's here. Just a second. I'm looking. No, not there. No, dang it. Let me try one other place here. Bear with me. Nope, I thought I had one, but I don't. I was going to show you what the coin looked like, but I don't have it here. All right. So I wasn't able to show that, unfortunately. But it is a cool coin indeed. And so check out check out Hoosier Stacker's channel for the giveaway. Comment video. I'm going to check it out. I'm going to do a comment video too, a comment on it. And this will be go to the Last Man Standing from the Wheel of Torture spinoff. Very good. All right. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that, Hoosier Stacker. Okay, the comment video to enter and check out the show next Sunday at 4:55 Eastern before Sal's 6 p.m. Eastern market watch. So yes, indeed, we'll check it out. We'll remind people again on Friday too before. But thank you, Hoosier Stacker. Yes, indeed. So check it out. I need to check it out too for the comment. So yes, indeed. Okay. Okay, where are we at? Okay, let's get back. So there's where the metals are now. They are up slightly, but not a whole lot here. Let's see here. Let's get back to comments. Gas Grill says, I'm working so hard to get myself out of debt. I will get there, but it's a long and slow road. Yes, indeed. I hear you. That's all right. Hey, you're gonna get there, and that's what matters. You're getting them down. All right. And that's part of it, you know. If you're in debt, you can always work to get yourself, you pay off the highest interest rate cards first, or the one that is probably the ones that's easiest to tackle first, you know what I mean? All right, thank you, Hoosier Stacker. Appreciate you, my friend. Stacking and Packing says, remember this video from what seems like so long ago. You got two things wrong back then, as you still do now. Indians are from India. Yes, there are Indians in India too, but there's also American Indians, and buffaloes are in Africa. There's also American buffaloes, and which are known as bison. He says it's actually a Native American and a North American bison. But the problem with his mode of thinking on this is if he is okay with saying Native American, then why can't I say American buffalo? And by the way, an American Indian is the correct term because I'm a Native American. I was born in the United States. That makes me a Native American. The correct term is American Indian or indigenous people in a general sense, because Native means that is where you are from, or born, or what have you. And so yeah, so. It turns out that I'm not incorrect at all on those terms. And the other way is there's a linguist, a very cunning linguist, I may add, called George Carlin, who explained this better than I did about soft language and political correctness. And I'm not about political correctness. So go watch some George Carlin. He talks about this very thing. Just look up YouTube soft language, and I believe he's actually done his homework on this very thing. So he said, okay, thanks for checking my pee-pee. Now I'm leave. All right, thank you. That's funny. He had me go check my pee-pee. That is hilarious. Who's your stacker? So yeah, yep, definitely right there. But yeah, that's the one thing, because I've always believed this, and it was only until recently that I heard George Carlin talk about this. Of course, he used it in a comedy sketch, but George Carlin was actually a very bright individual. Let's see here. Yes, indeed, that's right. Yeah, they'll call me a racist. Be prepared to get canceled. That's right. Yeah, George Carlin was great. Barbara Carbone knows the deal. And see, the thing is, what I love about George Carlin, I am a big fan of irreverent humor. I'm a big fan of humor, of irreverent humor that offends everybody. And that's what George Carlin offended the conservatives. He offended the religious people. He offended the liberals. He offended environmentalists. He offended just everybody. There's probably not a single person here that hasn't been offended by George Carlin or things in it that may be, whoa, or what have you. But you have to have thick skin to listen to him. But anyways, okay, Silversmith, can I share a link to my original Mars rover? Curiosity, the latest images. Oh, yes, that's cool, man. Yeah. The Curiosity has latest images too. Now the Perseverance is out there too, and they're taking some pretty amazing images and video too of it landing on the surface, which is really cool to see. And Don Rickles is another one. Don Rickles, exactly, the Colorado kid. Don Rickles did a great bit on with Reagan. It was a while ago. Pretty good. It was pretty good stuff. Barbara says that he never offended me. Well, you hear his stuff on environmentalism, you'd probably get offended. You probably haven't heard that bit, Barbara Carbone. But yeah, let's see here. Mr. D says, leave your sensitive friends with me for 5 minutes. I'll never be the same again. And that's what I liked about Rush Limbaugh, too. Rush Limbaugh engaged in irreverent humor as well, too. But he used a tactic that was different than most anybody at the time during the course of his career. And that is using absurdity, being absurd to illustrate absurdity, which was kind of a brilliant tactic at the time, indeed. Yes, indeed. Okay, Coins A to Z says, debt is a lubricant of virtually all modern societies, industrial and financial advancement. The only people I know personally who are stringent in avoiding choosing to be in debt are all living in poverty. Yes. All right. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. But there are ways to be smart about it, and you can still get out of that debt and not live in poverty. But you have to be very careful. And I understand, there's nuances to all of it. There we go. Let's see here. Very good. Let's move up here. Okay. Silver Taco Stacker says, nailed it. Just spoke with family members about some of these issues this morning. Very cool. Thank you, Silver Taco. All right. Cotton Pickers, RF4Cs. The best way not to be broke is to go to work. The best way to get on your feet is to miss a car payment. That's right. Yep. Yes, sir. And where are we at? Toshio Ikeen, thanks, man. Very useful and insightful. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you, brother. Very, very much. And we have Money Printer Go Burr. German major inflation policy started with the Kaiser in the early 1910s. Maybe even before that, they were oblivious until 1922 when 1 month wage could not afford a bread loaf, and then they noticed it. Germany investment skyrocketed in U.S. dollar terms. The dollar index went up tenfold. Once the U.S. dollar implodes exponentially, everyone will run to real money, not to speculate at puny gold gains compared to gold, but simply to survive. Yes. Yeah, that's the thing about hyperinflation is by the time it happens, it's almost too late. All right, very good. George was equally opportune. That's right, Silver Turtle 65. You're exactly right. Good to see Silver Turtle here. George was an equal opportunity offender. That's right, exactly. And I look at Ricky Gervais as that kind of person too. He was an equal opportunity offender as well, or is an equal opportunity offender, and a brilliant comedian. And also, two other comedians I have a lot of respect for is Dave Chappelle and Chris Rock. Both those guys are equal opportunity offenders too. They're away. All right, tonight dark with scattered light in the morning, becoming mostly light. There you go, Silver Smith. Exactly right. There you go. And Barbara Carbone, I offend everyone equally. There you go. All right. Very good. Okay. 143 Druid. Several proclamations you stated are no longer true or conjecture, the form which propagates heresy. Well, I'd be interested to see which ones you say are no longer true or conjecture. Universally Hated says, in this current time, it's your debt that is your asset. War of spenders against savers, and the spenders are going to win. From Rick Rule. Yes, indeed. In Satan we trust. Man. All right. Colorado Kid, I think we're heading the way of the Weimar Republic. We're much closer there than the other way around for a while. Yeah, I was thinking of Eddie Murphy too. Witness 33. I watched his old Delirious stuff, and yeah, he was a brilliant comedian for sure too. Yes, Adam Carolla, Norm Macdonald, not bad either. I agree for sure. Anybody that goes against the mainstream, I kind of have respect for, no matter what. And also, I would even say Bill Maher, even though Bill Maher has a clear ideological different. He's ideologically different than me in almost every way, but there are some times where he has a moment of clarity, I would say, and he's not afraid to challenge his own side, and I think that's extremely admirable, for sure. Very, very good. And Nick Fortier, the interesting thing to me has been that the GTSR has remained, the gold to silver ratio has remained the same for so long. Well, here lately it's narrowed quite a bit. In fact, it's been cut almost in half. It has been cut in half since about the last March. Okay, let's see here. Dissident aggressor, I'm 56 years old. I remember when the national debt passed $1 trillion. Reagan was president. I don't remember the exact date, but for many years I saved a newspaper clipping that reported the milestone. Very interesting, dissident aggressor. That's cool that you have remembered that and saved that clipping. Man, crazy. All right, Euro Bro Warrior Monk says, according to the Coinage Act, that Silver Eagle should $1.20, not $1, so they even screw that up. Okay. Well, that's right, because it was defined as what, 420 grains of silver. So the silver dollar is being 1 ounce. It makes it about $1.20. Yeah, where's Terry? We don't see Terry here. What happened to Terry? We also are missing some other. But Barbara is representing tonight, which is cool. She's representing Sal's Gals. Although she won't pose for the calendar, which is violently disturbing to me that she's not going to pose in a scantily clad outfit for the calendar. All right. Coin Collecting Fund says like 391. Yes, I'm severely offended that Barbara will not allow me to exploit her body for my gain on a calendar with her being scantily clad, that I can't objectify her in my calendar. This is just unfathomable. It is an unreasonable offense to me. Let's hear. Alpert Lepo, any news on the 2021 Morgan & Peace dollars? I've not heard anything lately. The next big news is going to be when they add it to the product schedule on the US Mint website. I've not seen that yet. We have seen some renderings, some images of what they're going to look like. So it'll be very, very interesting to see. Sound call tricky guy. I wish I could. He's mad at me. Druid, Terry, behind on rent, earning it slowly. There you go. Let's see here. Let's Let's see here. Okay, let's see here. I'm not buying the calendar without Barbara Carbone. There you go. All is one now. Yes, indeed. All is one now is with me on that. Man. And he was holding out for Terry79. I can't get her to do it. All right, there we go. Barbara Carbone. There he says, I'm naked now just for you. All right, very good. Well, you know what, Barbara? I am too. Underneath all of these clothes, I'm completely naked. You know what I'm saying? She's awesome. Barbara Carbone's awesome. We love Barbara. She's got a good sense of humor, which is awesome. That's cool. All right, very, very good. All right, let's put a little bit more water in here. In this coffee cup so I can slurp it. Lloyd says my IQ is I. There you go. All right. Okay. And Dylan Finnemore says the problem with paying down debt as a nation might not be a good thing, and this is because another country won't and will continue down our path, and that country will grow significantly faster than one that doesn't take debt out. I'm trying to wrap my head around that. Another country won't and will continue down our path. Grow faster than the one that doesn't take debt out, okay? I think you're saying that a country that doesn't invest in itself and rather than paying down the debt is going to be a stronger country than one that pays down their debt. And I can see what you're saying, but we have enough infrastructure and stuff built up here, which is why we're called a developed nation. We're already a developed nation. So I would agree if it's two developing nations to a point, but even as such, you got to be careful because debt in those countries is a lot more dangerous than debt in our country. Yep, I've been slurping whiskey since noon, says Sergeant Gold. That's right, exactly. Nat says, or N-A-T, did you not pay attention on November the 3rd, 2020? That was not the will of the people. What are you guilty if you're allowing those elitist scum rob you blind? That is not the will of the people. What you are guilty of is allowing these elitist scum to rob you blind. Well, I think you misunderstood me. I'm talking about elections in general. I did not concede anything or say anything about any particular election. I'm talking about in general. And even although I think you and I would probably agree about what happened on November the 3rd, notwithstanding, Trump in office and Republicans at the helm would continue to spend like they did before. That's really the thing. This is where we have to be intellectually honest. Republicans know how to spend money too. And that's the problem. We're all increasing debt and deficit spending, and Trump was more than happy to sign checks. And in fact, he didn't veto any spending measures when he was in office either. Just being honest. We have to be honest with ourselves. Are you slipping a Bellavine 40? No. Lloyd, I'm slurping on some water right now. Now he's saying that countries that use debt smartly will advance much better than countries that avoid all debt. Okay, right. Yeah, I see what you're saying, Dove. Or Coins A to Z. Yep. Okay. Born to Cry Wolf says, gold is the money of kings. Yep, that's right. Yep. That's a popular saying. We've seen that. Somebody else mentioned that before earlier, too. All right, there you go. Peter Grace, time for work. Hey to sell. See you, bye. I will tonight before Perth Mint closes. All right, thanks, Peter Grace. Appreciate you for being here. That's right, exactly. That's right, Colorado Kid. I got to be careful because they will, and they have. They've already deleted some of my videos because of that. All right, very, very good. Okay, Cotton Pickers. If all countries print as much money as us, would this be called a wash? Ooh, that's indeed good thing. I tell you what, I don't think they can. There's no way that they could be. They could do it with the level of confidence that we can, because it's not only Americans that trust the dollar. That's the power of the dollar. That's why it's king. Because other countries around the world rely on it too. Now they don't like it when we do it, but as somebody had said, it seems like it's more powerful or stronger overseas than it is in here. But anyways, All right. Let's see here. Let's get a couple more comments here before we say goodnight here. I'll wait for that to do. Let's see. So the markets have started to take a different direction now. Gold is up $6.90. It's starting to kind of make its way back up a little bit. Silver as well, up 18 cents. And but platinum is now up $9 and is the top performer of the metals right now. Pretty crazy. Crazy indeed. All right. Let's get back down here to some of these comments. All right. Great video, says Richard Slusser. Thank you, Richard. Appreciate you watching. Thanks for taking the time to comment. Appreciate that very, very much. And we've got let's see here. Yep, this is a scam. Don't know any of these people. See how they do it down there? They got to do it. They do it by posting a comment and going down there and post and adding in another comment. So they're very slick. Find the right trader. Please be careful. Of course, the trader that you're going to go to is one big scam too. And we're going to make sure no one will go there by reporting your comments. Silversmith, we should just eliminate debt for everybody. Mortgage loans and start over without politicians. Just silver and gold. I like that idea. I like that idea. That'd be nice. Very good. Yes, indeed. All right. So there we go. So we have gone through and we've wrapped this up. We wrapped it up. You'll take it. Black silk. Yes, indeed. Actually, now it's just liquid water right now. All right, guys. I want to extend and appreciate you all being here tonight. We had a good time. Hope you have a wonderful evening ahead here. I want to extend a multitude of gratitude to you all for being here. And I want to leave you with this sage piece of advice. And that is to keep your feet on the stars and keep reaching for the ground. Take care, all.